Thank you for joining me today as we discuss the topic of ethical decision making. In this session, we will be looking at the decision tree, the IRAC method, 5 whys, the DMAIC method and quality tools, consensus building, and managing publicity. Making smart decisions is crucial to any successful business. Ethics in business is critical to long-term sustainability. We must be able to prove to our shareholders that we're spending money wisely, putting it to the best use, and mitigating any legal or ethical risks. The ethical decision-making tree is a valuable tool we can use as we endeavor to always ask ourselves, what is the right thing to do when faced with business decisions? The decision tree first requires we ask if the action is legal. If the answer is no, we don't do it, and the tree ends. If yes, we then must ask if it will maximize shareholder value. But at this point, we may choose to continue regardless of whether the answer is yes or no. Then we move on to the ethics question. If the decision will positively affect our customers, employees, community, and environment, then we do it. If not, we don't. If the decision tree process brings us to the determination that a decision is unethical, that does not always negate action, but we must weigh the costs versus the benefits. Integrity at this point also requires us to disclose the effect of any potentially unethical actions to our shareholders. The questions and answers proposed by the tree can be applied to any action a company contemplates. The consistent practice of running all business decisions through the decision tree will help us see where issues could arise and immediately stop the process when it's determined to be illegal or unethical. With time, we will be able to more easily identify issues and begin building a lasting ethical culture. Since many of our current improvement methodologies were born out of Six Sigma, we will briefly explain this methodology and a few supporting models. The ultimate goal of Six Sigma is to produce a completely error-free business performance that increases customer satisfaction, employee satisfaction, production numbers, and the bottom line. The 5 whys model is a simple yet effective means of determining the root cause of an issue, allowing us to dig into and analyze the related issues and relationships so we are able to truly understand a condition along with the contributing factors. The concept involves asking a minimum of 5 whys until we are satisfied that we have determined the root cause. When we get to the root cause and eliminate the source, we can prevent the problem from popping up again in the future. The IRAC method, issue, rule, application, and conclusion, is used more in the legal arena to help structure legal analysis, but it is also useful in organizing information, drilling down to the root cause of an issue, and determining an action plan. DMAIC, or Define, Measure, Analyze, Improve, and Control, provides a proven approach to problem solving and guides the application of improvement tools in a highly structured and sequenced approach. Often the biggest issue when attempting to build consensus for decisions is the concern of change. Therefore, it is important to understand the components of change management and drill into and define the specific change management objectives, and then assign the appropriate activities to move us from uncertainty to understanding and consensus. Important objectives to consider include the following: sponsorship, ensuring there's active sponsorship for the change, ideally from the senior executive level. Buy-in, we need to gain buy-in for the changes from those involved and affected, either directly or indirectly. Involvement, we need to make sure we're involving the right people in the design and implementation of change to make sure the right changes are made. Impact, we need to assess and address how those changes will affect people. Communication, we need to tell everyone who's affected about the change. And readiness, we need to get people ready to adapt to the changes by ensuring they have the right information, the right training, and of course help. By focusing our efforts as a team, we will be in a better place to build consensus as it relates to our overall vision and goals as a company. Allowing each employee to be part of the process as we work together will also positively impact any initial emotional sting felt by both our leaders and staff regarding the decisions that we make as we grow. In the end, we will see greater results and quickly move through the change management process effectively toward long-term success and consensus as we're all working toward the same goal. Managing public perception is almost as critical as managing employee perception. A positive public image is important as we endeavor to complement the promotion of our products and services. Successful public relations ensures we are familiar with the attitudes and concerns of consumers, employees, public interest groups, as well as our community in order to establish and maintain cooperative working relationships. We must also understand that people act based on their perception of the facts, regardless of what the truth may be. Therefore, it is imperative that we maintain a positive community identity. We must be cognizant of our image at all times, maintain positive relationships with those in our community, as well as the press, As we endeavor to maintain a positive public image, we must keep a few key points in mind. As we have seen, managing perception is important, but to help us do this, we should become involved in our community and events and maintain positive relationships with other businesses and the news media. When concerns arise or a business decision has gained community attention, we need to quickly address the concern, which is with as much transparency as possible. Thank you for your time today. Ethics and acting with integrity is of utmost importance as we continue to grow and serve our community, our employees, and our shareholders. I look forward to a prosperous future as we allow ethics to guide our decision-making processes now and in the future.